So let's start with a simpler example. So here we have a denominator with root 5 for the first example on the left. So we don't want to keep a third at the denominator. So what we're going to need to do is multiply it by root 5. Am I allowed to just multiply the denominator of a fraction by something like root 5 or any number? Well, only if I do the same at the top. So what is left now? The denominator will be root 5 times root 5, which is 5. The numerator is going to be 4 root 5. Can I simplify further? Well, can I simplify the 4 and the 5, which are here? No, I don't. They don't have a common factor. This means that this is your final answer. Let's do the second example together here, just there's a small twist onto it. So, same issue here. We have a third at the denominator. So, what I'm going to need to do if I want to get rid of this root 6, if I don't want a third anymore, I'm going to need to multiply the denominator by root 6. Whatever I do to the denominator, I need to do the same at the numerator. So what am I left with now? Well, the denominator is root 6 times root 6, which is 6. The numerator is going to be 4 root 6. And final check, can I simplify anything in the fraction? Well, yeah, because the whole number part, the two integers here, are both multiples of 2. So I can divide the top and the bottom by 2, and I'm left with 2 over 3. So the final answer is going to be, at the numerator, 2 root 6, and at the denominator, 3. And that is your final answer. Question number 3. Again, we are going to look at the denominator. I have got 3 root 6, so the problem is this root 6. I'm going to multiply by the denominator by root 6. If I multiply the denominator by root 6, I need to multiply the numerator by root 6. So what does this give me? Well, at the denominator, I'm now going to have 3 times 6, because root 6 times root 6 is 6. And at the numerator, I'm going to have 4 times, and I'm going to need to multiply root 5 by root 6. If we start thinking about simplifying, so we can start having a look. There's only thirds at the top, so at the numerator, I'm going to be left with, I am going to have a root 30. What can I do with the 4 and the 6? Both of them are actually even numbers. Both of them are multiple of 2. So like on the previous example, I can divide the top and the bottom by 2, leaving a 2 at the top and a 3 at the bottom. So I now have at the numerator 2 root 30, and at the denominator 3 times 3 is 9. And this is... On this slide you have 3 examples to practice and have a go at. So pause the video now and have a go. The work solution are on the next slide. Right, let's correct these 3 questions together quickly. First question, I am focusing on the denominator. The denominator is showing a root 7, so I need to multiply the denominator by the root 7. Therefore, I need to multiply the numerator by root 7 as well. What does this leave me with? The denominator is root 7 times root 7, therefore 7. The numerator is 3 root 7. Can I simplify anything here? Well, the number parts, the integer part, I've got 3 at the numerator, 7 at the denominator, so no, I can't. This is my final answer. Second example. Again, I have a denominator here of 15. A denominator of root 15. So I'm going to need to multiply the denominator by root 15. Therefore, I need to multiply the numerator by root 15 as well. So what does this give me? The denominator is going to be root 15 times root 15, which is 15. The numerator is going to be 12 root 15. And before I move on, let's check whether we can simplify anything. Well, the 12 and the 15 are both multiples of 3. So let's divide the top and the bottom by 3. The numerator, if we divide 12 by 3, we're left with 4. The denominator, 15 divided by 3, is 5. my final answer will be 4 root 15 over 5. Final example of this page, we've got a 5 root 2 at the numerator and a 3 root 10 at the denominator. We want to get rid of the root 10, so we can multiply by root 10. We're going to do the same at the top. So what are we left with now? Well, at the denominator, we are going to have 3 times root 10 times root 10 is 10. And then the numerator, we're going to have 5 root 2 multiplied by root 10. Now here there's a little added complication, which is that if we do root 2 times root 10, gives us root 20, and we can simplify that. So we're going to have a look. This is going to give us, at the denominator, 3 times 10 is 30, and the numerator is 3 times root 20. Now, root 20 can be simplified because 20 is a multiple of a square number. It's a multiple of 4. So we're going to need, as a next step, to simplify the numerator. We keep the 30 for now at the denominator, and we're going to write 5 times, and root 20, we're going to isolate the root 4 times root 5. Why do I isolate the root 4? Because 4 is a square number, so I can simplify it with the surds. So we keep going. We now have 5 times root 4 is 2 root 5, and the denominator is 30. Can I simplify further? Well, yes, because 5 times 2 is 10, so I can divide the top and the bottom by 10. The final answer will be root 5 over 3. You are now ready to have a go at the exam question that was presented on the first slide. Pause the video. Okay, so how do you do this question? The denominator is root 11, so you're going to multiply both the denominator and the numerator by root 11. So what does this give you? Well, it's going to give you 22 root 11 over root 11 times root 11 is 11. Can I simplify this further? Yes, because 11 is a multiple, 22 is a multiple of 11. So I divide the top and the bottom by 11, and now I'm left at the numerator with a 2, and the denominator just over 1. So your final result is 2 root 11.